Here is the fan running. The first part of this video is a chapter on the build instructions. The second part of this video is a chapter on how to program the robot to make it work. Have fun! Pause the video as you build with these instructions to give you time to complete each step. To program the fan, we're going to come to the lower left corner where this plus sign is and click on that. This creates a new program. The first thing we're going to do is grab our play button here in the middle of our screen and move it to the left, as our program will take up most of our screen. We're going to start by telling our fan how fast we want it to go. We're going to pull up this speedometer block, and it comes out standard with number 8. 8 is really fast on this fan, and it will not hurt kids if their hands get in the way, but we want to slow this down a little bit. So we're going to put it down to a 2. It just makes it a little less likely that somebody's hand will get hurt. Then we're going to scroll our lower options bar to the left to find our yellow blocks. And we are going to pick the yellow loop block. This will allow it to play the program inside of it however many times we tell it to. And that's where we're going to program next, is right inside here. So scroll your options bar back to the right so we can find our green blocks. We want to tell our motor to start turning. So this block here is going to tell our motor to start turning forward. And then we're going to tell it how long to turn forward. This block tells us our time. And as in typical, like when we run the Milo, we tell it how many seconds in this blue section. We're going to actually click on the blue section and we're going to drop it down here in our options bar, which puts it in the trash. And we're going to scroll the options bar to the left and find the orange tilt sensor. This is telling us that tilting the arm forward will make the forward rotation of the motor. And then what we're going to do is we're going to tell it again to rotate backwards. And to do that when the tilt sensor has been activated. So now when you push the lever on the fan forward, it will move the fan in one direction. And when you pull the lever backwards, it will stop and move the fan in another direction. Here at the bottom of our loop, we still have a command not given. So we're going to bring the blue number block up. And this is going to tell us how many times it will allow us to move our lever back and forth to change our fan direction. And so we are going to tell it to do this process 2 times. So that means we get to move forward and backwards, forward and backwards. So that's 2 cycles. And then the program will stop. And the program will stop by, we come over here to our green blocks and we select the X button and connect it to the very end of our program. So now our program reads like this. Our play button here, when we push that, our program, our fan, will run at a speed of 2. And then it will run for 2 rounds. The motor moves forward when the tilt sensor is activated, and then it will move backwards when the tilt sensor is activated for the other direction. And it'll do this for 2 times, and then the program will stop.